Monday. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the I Love Monday show. I'm Carlo, here tonight with Don Zollo. Don? Yay! Don, I pledge allegiance to the flag and of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're back, baby. We're back. So what's going on? You're like a big like proponent behind the Pledge of Allegiance right now?
Yeah, I'm just sick of everybody's shit. Like, everyone just wants to shit on America. I shouldn't say everybody. Probably about 40% of this country is just like, hey, fuck you, America. And you know what? I'm not having it. And I think these people need to start showing some gratitude. Yeah. And I'm like, I think
you're making a stand. I love it.
I am. Like, fuck it. I'm sick of it. Like,
I agree.
Hey, this place isn't perfect, but let me tell you, it's better than just about every other place out there. And you know what?
Go live in Cuba.
I'm gonna go live by example. That's what I'm gonna do. And I wanted to get up and do the pledge online, and hopefully some people start following along. I don't have many people that are posting many videos of it, but I've been getting lots of emails, and people like, dude, I'm doing it in the house. I got the kids doing it, and
so
America.
So what happened? You did do it on Facebook or something?
I just started it on Facebook.
And what was the response?
It's exposing some people for the American haters that they are. Like, if you have a problem with me doing the Pledge of Allegiance, problem's probably on you. You're probably the problem. Like, I don't know why that would bother you, okay? And if it does bother you, you probably hate the country or yourself. And if you hate yourself, well, I can't do anything about that. And if you hate the country, I can tell you get the fuck out.
Have you gotten an argument against it?
Oh, I've had like...
What's, like anything that stands out
They're fucking idiots. They're like, oh, go fucking lick some more boots, you fucking loser, or whatever. And I'm like, nah, I fucking like living here.
I started doing the Pledge of Allegiance in kindergarten. I remember it, and you know what? When I became president of the Italian Club, which was 1997, I conducted the meetings. But before that, I didn't conduct the meetings.
Do you have Italian Secret Service when you were Italian president of the Italian American Club?
But we're not going to talk about.
Carlo, did it hurt when they burned the card in your hand?
It wasn't. It was in a basement, and I didn't have to hold the card. But we'll talk about that later. But so I started doing the Pledge of Allegiance at our meetings at the Italian Club, and we continue to do it. It's been 22 years, and we do it. I believe in it. I mean, I don't think it's anything bad.
People make fun of you if you love the country or if you love God, and I'm like, you shouldn't shit on a person for either one of those things. There's plenty of things to shit on people for. Some people even pay money for it. But it's just like, those are two fine things. I don't make fun of anyone's religion. You know what I mean? I don't feel like...
You're supporting the country.
Yeah, I love the country. What, am I some kind of asshole for that?
No, I think it's great.
I think there needs to be more outlets for supporting the country.
I wonder what Leo thinks about this, but we'll ask him later. So, what's up with baseball? You see, it's like weird.
I haven't watched one fucking pitch of it.
It's weird, but there's
After I just get done on my pro-America tirade, now I'm like, what, America's pastime? No, I haven't watched it. I haven't, dude, it is crazy. I don't even know how to explain it, but where my brain is with sports right now, I'm just like, I don't even fucking give a shit. I just don't.
It's almost like, let's skip a season.
Explain for the audience what's going on this season.
So what's going on is everyone, the intramural scrimmages, like teams are scrimmaging each other, and like they're wearing masks when they're up. I mean, it's like...
They wear masks when they're at bat?
Yeah, they're wearing masks.
There's cardboard cutouts in the
There's
stands.
cardboard cutouts in the stands, so it looks like there's people there, and they got, faces.
Isn't like Korea baseball doing that?
They're pumping in noise.
Korea does that all the time with
This sounds like a sequel to Major League, doesn't it?
That North Korean guy does that all the time.
That North Korea guy does it, yeah.
But, no, it's like, there's like cardboard cutouts of figurines, like, of people.
Can I propose something? That perhaps this silly game of steroid men swinging a bat isn't as interesting as people going and hanging out with 20 to 30 of their friends all rooting for something. It doesn't matter what it is.
That's the problem. There's no more steroids. And I think that we need to bring the steroids back.
That's when it was the best year ever.
It was so exciting. Oh, my God.
How many years were they doing it before
Not for nothing. That's when bicycling was remotely interesting, too. It was like... I just think, you know what?
Neil Armstrong.
Fuck like... Molly and all these other dude, maybe steroids is just the path to happiness.
Why can't you just put the Molly in the steroids and just have like amazing happiness while bench pressing 400 pounds?
Do you know what it is? Like, a lot of guys get off like drinking and drugs, and they're clean, and then they do steroids. And that's their drug.
Well, the weight room becomes the drug, right?
Yeah.
That, like,
I know a lot of guys like that, so I don't know if that's
one of them
good or bad.
Everybody's got a vice.
Right, true. So, Klusk, who is Miss Monday this week?
Miss Monday this week is Sarah. She's your snarky neighborhood big titty goth girl. Yeah! She is currently a stand-up comic in South Florida. This girl has a better chance of being buried in a Jewish cemetery than doing stand-up comedy. She's a tattooed Jew. She's not making it in comedy.
Or into the graveyard.
Yeah, she's tried losing weight 10 billion times, and this pandemic hasn't helped her. Those titties look healthy, though, wouldn't you say?
Yeah!
They look very healthy.
She is gorgeous. My name is Tonto. Hit me up, Tonto the Clown.
She's a
Tonzo,
beautiful
I
girl.
knew you were going to love her. I knew Tonzo was going to...
Go!
I
I'm going to hook
resent-
you up with the Tonzo. Calm down, all right?
I resent the business card that says comedian when the blouse says Hooters waitress. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just for this girl's beautiful, but you know.
I remember I saw this chick in LA once that was very, very attractive, and she was wearing like a sexy outfit on stage, and I was like, yeah, I can't pay attention to her jokes because she's just too attractive. And I was just like, I felt bad. I was like, what do you tell her, to dress down? But I was like, I'd be lying to you if I said I was more focused on the jokes than on her appearance.
If you walked out with your shirt off, I would just anything you said, I would be like, it's not funny. What is this guy doing?
Right.
That's this. I mean, there's a that's what it is.
I mean, I think that's why my career hasn't taken off. I'm too good looking.
Dump it out,
Probably what
dog.
it is.
But there's not many girls who go to your shows.
Yeah, but what's that have to... I attract a gay demo.
The girls that do go are big fans of our food sponsor this week. Today's episode is brought to you by John's Roast Beef at 111 Western Avenue in Lynn.
John's roast beef is back in the house, Tasso!
For the best roast beefs, dinners, and now tacos, call 781-595-6105. We're eating them in the studio. Oh my God. If you're hungry and you're by yourself, just order a full tray of the sliders just for yourself.
Get the lobster rolls.
It is so good.
The lobster rolls are unreal.
The wings, everything. You could eat there 3 nights a week and not have the same meal.
What a staff he has, too. He has models working at the front desk.
That's why I go in, yeah.
Yeah, they look good.
Yep.
All right, Klus, what do we have for viral videos this week?
This week at
I
Breaking
can't even
Balls,
keep up with this stuff.
we're going off the rails here. We have a ton of videos going wild as normal. Let's take a look at the top 3.
Okay.
Yeah!
This is lightning striking a tree. You want to see the video?
I would love to.
Let's check it out.
Whoa, shit.
Shit!
Damn. That was some serious stuff right there.
I think God caught that tree touching itself.
Wow.
Mother Nature's a mad scientist, Jerry!
That was a good one.
Imagine, like, you go in and out of your house 1,000 times a day. You've walked through thunderstorms. You've ran from the supermarket to your car. You've never... How close have you come to lightning?
7
A
feet.
football field? 7 feet?
7 feet.
I don't know, but like, even when it's not that far, when it's like, a mile away, it's overwhelming, like how
Yes.
loud it is. Yeah, imagine if that hits
Lightning's not loud. It's thunder that's loud. Don.
you. All right.
But it's like that...
Monday.
Jesus.
It always...
Professor Monday!
It touches down like that to some degree
He would've did that
every
to me.
time it strikes, right?
Yeah.
So that's happening to somebody all the time.
How about
It's
this?
crazy
Did
to
you
me.
know this? Lightning doesn't come from the sky.
That's right. It comes from the ground. It's the devil,
I was
right?
blown away by that.
Really?
Yeah. I found that out like 3 years ago. It blew my mind. I was like, how did I not know this?
Wow.
Think about it. All you see is a lightning bolt. You don't see it like, I'm coming from the sky. We just think it's coming from the sky.
You know what it is? Because it roots out from several different points where it's closest to the ground, and it looks like one thick rope closer to the top. So you just assume it's one big rope just splitting off into several different loads.
Could you stop explaining this? Because it's just awful for everyone at home.
That's
Can we
what
go
I
to
was-
the next one,
that's what I
please?
was-
That was
yeah.
gross.
Erotic!
This next one is a lady that proves that Sir Isaac Newton knows exactly what he's talking about. I don't want to give it away. Let's check out this ugly lady.
Oh, I saw this one before.
Yeah, this poor thing, like
What, the lake?
she
The lake!
for a moment, like she thought she was like 100 pounds lighter, like she used to be.
Yeah.
Like she thought she was a little dainty.
You know,
You know?
planes fly too. But she's not really aerodynamic.
I can't believe that, like,
She didn't hit the rock on the way
yeah.
down.
Like,
I wish she did.
If she hit her face and knocked out a couple of her baleen, it would have been really sad.
That's gravity at its finest working right there, kids.
good for her for being alive.
Yeah. Like, you have athletic friends that would never take that jump, right? This lady's fucking crazy.
I know, that's the other thing, too.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, that's an athletic jump,
Yeah.
like, to do that.
Yeah.
And
Notice she didn't jump. She just ran
I don't mean
off
to
like
stereotype anybody. I don't want to go into this with any prejudice, but in my experience, women that need to lose 100 to 150 pounds, generally speaking, do not defy the laws of gravity. In my personal experience.
Well, they just run off of things. They don't jump.
Like, that was just like, I don't know if that's just she's marinating in stupidity or just courage.
Self-delusion. Just like 3 White Claws and, you know,
I could do anything.
a good mirror this morning. And she was like, you know what? Maybe I did lose 120 pounds last night.
That was the Lynn Reservoir, by the way.
That's right. That's why we're on a drought now.
That's why we're on a trend.
She's got a disease now from being in that thing.
Diabetes.
What's the next one, Klusk?
At number 1, Weebles Wobble. Let's see if the rest proves true. Roll that video. This guy's a baller.
When
Just a little stumble.
they're little like that, they're so graceful when they fall.
Well, there's not far to go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was
You know
like
what I mean?
nice.
It's
It was-
like
There
Is
was
that the guy who's in like every movie? He's in like Vegas. I've seen him in Fort Lauderdale. Is that the same guy?
he's the guy
I
from.
bet you think all midgets look the same, Mr. Monday.
A lot of them do. Tonzo.
Tonso's using the M word.
Tonzo dated a midget. Don't you remember that? You and Festa?
it was a very short relationship.
Gravity abled.
All right, but still, that's a little strange.
We have a certain friend from a certain town around here who used to get midget strippers. I don't know if you.
They cost half the price, Zollo. You gotta get. Yeah, you gotta.
You know what's funny is their private parts look like normal people.
Like
I know. That's
really?
why I'm into it.
I guess it would have to, right?
Fair.
But their hands make you look bigger than. It's like that car mirror.
That's the draw, Don.
But like, could you kill a midget?
What do you mean kill him?
Like
Enough
just
money.
impale it?
What do you mean
Yeah.
kill a
What
midget?
are you talking about?
I don't want to murder anybody. I don't want to kill anyone, Klusky.
Wow.
The little people.
Like, what do you mean, Klusky?
I don't want to get too graphic here.
Well, let's just finish the sentence.
All right, let's say Shaquille O'Neal takes home Bridget the midget.
Okay.
Is that going to biologically work, or is
She'll
this girl
kill
going to
him.
end up?
Nah, she'll kill him. That one.
All right, so that's the question I'm
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
here.
she's a sicko. That one there.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, he's going to like shack her.
Shacker.
One big sip.
Gonna shag her.
Yeah.
already got one.
Gonna shag her right.
I think we need to start a GoFundMe for that. I'd like to watch that.
Yeah, right. How deep does the anatomy go?
Get in line, Don.
What do we got next, Klusk?
Some unfuckable Karen started a petition demanding that Trader Joe's changes its racist food packaging.
That's actually the name of my band in college was Unfuckable Karen.
You guys had a great rhythm section. An online petition to end the racist branding of these food products. It's been rooted in other countries. So what they'll do is Trader Joe's will take the name Joe and then try to like mix it in with the culture. So in Mexico it would be Jose. And it's Trader Giotto's.
Trader Giotto's like a
Joe.
lasagna or
Yeah.
something. Like I've seen that in the store.
Yeah, and it's horribly offensive if it's to people of color, but it's not if it's to greasy Italians.
I think it's horribly offensive to people that are generally pussies.
That's what
how
I'm
I
getting
would-
at
so
right
Trader-
here.
Fair assessment.
If you're offended at lasagna or chicken stir fry,
Pass it my way.
Maybe just a tiny bit your fault.
Well, as long as the lasagna isn't made by somebody who isn't Italian.
Yeah.
Like salt is very offensive. I mean, you know,
It is.
Yeah,
It's a
right.
symbol of white oppression, Carlo. I make no bones about that.
Turkey, you know what I mean? That's cultural
I
appropriating.
dream of a
food. You
world
can't-
where we can have salt and pepper on the same. Oh wait, we already live in that world. Never mind. Maybe it's just stupid being upset at food.
But like these petitions,
the cookie.
these petitions turn less into like people actually having beliefs or whatever, and more just like appeasing your.
Oh,
friend on
it's all
Facebook.
about look at me. It's all about oh my God, I'm so important. I'm taking down all this patriarchal food. Go fuck yourself.
That's 90% of it, and then everybody else that signs, it's just like, yeah, it's easier to just click it than to have like to say no to you.
I love saying no to them. I fucking love
So
it.
do you like Trader Joe's now more, or do you hate them more now?
Did they? I'm sorry. So I got lost in this. Did they cave to it?
Sounds like
Not
a
necessarily
little bit.
yet. They're
No,
probably
they haven't
debating it.
come to a conclusion. For the record, I'm very.
Can I ask you to do something? Can you look at the camera as if that's the person asking you to sign the petition for this and address them as you would?
No. Oh, no. You know why? Because I enjoy racist food. That's why I won't sign it. I'm like, to be honest with you, I need these raviolis to be more racist. That's what I'm looking for. When I'm searching for raviolis or cannolis, I want more. Okay? Trader Giovanni's. That's what I want. I want Trader Giovanni's raviolis, okay? And please bring your pussy bullshit away from me, okay? Because I'm not signing it.
You sound like the Be a Man guy.
I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
You know what? The man is fine. The man is rubbing off on me. I'm not fucking dealing with your fucking bullshit anymore. You know what? You stand up to these fucking soy boy fucking.
I know Trader
Bitch
Hitler's.
boys.
I mean,
I think this should
that
be
might
one
be
of your
going too
acts in your
far.
next
But
comedy show.
Well, if comedy ever returns, I'll do it.
Trader Adolf.
It's fucking stupid. Like, if you're offended at food, it's probably
You're
on
bored.
you. You're bored.
you need to like start having to find and hunt your own food. You need
Get a
some
fucking
complication
hobby.
in your life.
Yeah,
you need.
we live in a
something.
world that's too easy for, and these things have made our lives so fucking easy that people they are searching for problems to solve. Okay, they're searching for problems to make themselves feel important.
Easy ones.
Yeah.
They want easy ones.
Well, let's segue right into the new I'm Offended. It's about this topic we're talking about.
It's a very important topic.
We'll be right back.
I am offended by your racist foods. Racist foods. Are you shitting me? If your feelings are getting hurt over syrup, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and just ask yourself, is it possible that I'm just a small part, a teeny bit, just a little part of the problem, just a skosh? And if you get triggered by Uncle Ben's rice, then I suggest you give Uncle Sam's rice a try. That's the rice that the astronauts ate on the moon in space. So if you're getting microaggressed by Aunt Jemima, then I suggest you try my Cousin Vinnie's syrup. Hey! My Cousin Vinnie's syrup defies the laws of physics. That syrup is guaranteed to soak into a pancake, a waffle, or a grit faster in your kitchen than any other syrup on the market, regardless of race, color, gender, sexual orientation, creed, or whatever the fuck else you want to divide us by. Do you remember when we used to get upset, over real problems?
Welcome back. All right. What happened? You went to Florida? You saw your parents again?
I make the annual pilgrimage down to Del Boca Vista. In the fall, I drive my father, who's too old to drive by himself, all the way down to Florida. Then I fly home, and then when the seasons reverse, I fly down to Florida and I drive back with him. So he's insane.
Obviously. I
Yeah.
mean, you're insane.
And we do the annual transporting of the pastine. I don't know if you've been following this, but my father brings about 50 cans of
From here,
pastine
down there?
tomato paste down to Florida.
Well, you can't get it there?
They don't sell it. It's pretty much only a northern thing.
Right,
And so we brought 50 cans down last year, and people seemed to enjoy the voyage. We were getting tons of comments and reposts and stuff about how much of a fucking nutcase my father is. And so this year we came back with a couple of the leftovers, and we put a few cans in the car in case we had any gravy or sauce opportunities on the way. You can never be too safe. And we got back 27 hours in a row.
Was your mother with you guys this whole time?
No, my mother won't do the trip with him because he's insane. Like, he's out of his
How
fucking
long
mind.
have they been together?
46 years married.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my mother's.
Pastine preserves the bones, huh?
It's God, I don't know. Like, that's a long time to spend with anybody.
Yeah.
Ready?
My hat's off to both of them. To be able to tolerate at that level.
You're yourself up until you get married. Then you're a combined person to the point where you might be lived with somebody longer than by yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
More than
right?
half your
It
life.
is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have both lived with each other more than they haven't.
That's kind of incredible.
They wouldn't know what to do without each other.
I think they both party.
Who would survive? Who would survive more, your mother or father?
My mother would survive more in a second.
Well, women are tougher than men.
You thrive.
It's
Women are tougher than men. Let's just face the facts of life. Right?
It's just like, well, no, I think it's true. Well, in the case of my mother and my father, I mean, my mother handles all of the day-to-day bullshit.
Does your father know how to write a check?
Oh yeah, he could do that.
Because a lot of guys don't know
But
how
there's
to
a
do that.
lot of like, there's just like the mundane day-to-day stuff. My father wouldn't even have a fucking clue where to like start, I don't know, ordering his own medication or ordering this or doing that, or who do we pay the water bill to? Where does that go? He wouldn't know where to begin with that.
God bless him.
Yeah, God bless them both. I'm very lucky in that respect. I got some great parents.
And you got a sister?
I have a brother.
Your brother.
Everybody text your parents right now telling me you love them.
That's your parents.
Klasky, what do we get in the news?
There was a call to ban smoking outside of bars and restaurants over health fears because everybody's moving their tables outside now to be able to eat outside. And now guys are on the corner just ripping stogies, burning down parliaments while you're trying to eat a Cobb salad. Is it fair? What do you think?
Go fuck yourself.
I mean, you're outside.
Yeah,
You can
like,
free. It's
I
freedom.
thought this was inside the confines of an outdoor restaurant.
No.
Fuck that.
No.
Yeah, no, you have no right
If someone
to
blows smoke in my face, it's my own fault. I'm outside eating. It's on me. That's how I
I don't
feel
think
about
they're
it.
blowing smoke
Not
in
that I want
people's
it.
faces, but like, look, if you're 8 feet away from a restaurant and you're smoking a cigarette, you're outside.
There's a
Deal with
car
it.
pumping carbon monoxide 4 feet from you. Just, lower your expectations.
What's going to happen when it gets cooler out? When the fall comes and all these restaurants, have
That's-
outside sitting, what's going to go down? Are they going to get heaters? Like
They will.
these restaurant people are getting stiffed. They are getting
Well, they're paying
stiffed.
for all of this real estate that they're not allowed to use. Like that's kind of.
Are they, you think? Do you think, or do you think that it's just
No.
like?
Cities are doing it for them. I don't
Well, I
think.
think like in the case, like for instance, I go to a gym and there's the indoor gym, but
You have to wear a mask?
they were doing outdoor classes, and there's like a little courtyard outside the property, and they were doing their classes there. And I was like, if I was the landlord, I think I'd just be like, what? Yeah, you want to do your classes? Yeah, just do them in the courtyard. I don't even think I charge the people.
No.
I maybe I'm just such a nice guy that it's just me that's doing that, but I tend to think a lot of these outdoor restaurants, they're doing it in parking spots. I don't know.
But now you got to rent a tent or buy one.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
rent a
that's
tent.
Now you got to get a heater. Now you got to get bug situations figured out. You got rats running around. Everybody's food scraps.
I've heard some people bitching about the rats, and I was at a restaurant in Boston outside, and I could see rats running around outside, and I was fine with it. But there's a lot of people that have a problem with it, and I'm like, dude, you're in Boston. Like, there's fucking
You
rats.
got a fucking sidewalk.
Have you been to Salem lately? You know our buddy Matt O'Neill owns
Yeah.
Ledger. You're a friend of mine. So he, pays big rent where he is, and now he's renting a tent, and he's got to rent heaters and rent all this other stuff.
and he
So-
can't have full capacity.
But and his rent's gone up like 20. It's like 25% more. Like, I mean, the restaurant people are getting stiffed. They
Yeah,
really
take
are.
care of the servers too. Even
I mean,
if you're
I
just
don't know.
picking
Oh
up.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm giving them such good tips.
The cute ones, right?
Carlo's up to 15% now, everyone.
115%. But I mean, it sucks. It sucks for all of them.
Yeah, and you want to help, but it's like you want the experience when you go out to eat. If it's I'm going to be, I'm going to have a plastic fork and I'm going to be sitting next to a rat, I can't pay full price for my chicken parm. Sorry.
Right.
I gotta be honest with you, it didn't bother me. Like,
What, the rat?
I mean, if you're in Boston, I understand there's rats. There's just, there are. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the restaurant owner's fault if there's rats in the outdoor portion of the restaurant. Like, it's not their fault.
What do we got next, Klaus?
You'd think that Netflix was pandemic proof. They're actually in a little bit of trouble. They announced Thursday that they added 10.1 million new subscribers worldwide during the second quarter, but they only reported a profit of 720 million, and the investors were pissed.
Only 720 million.
The stock dropped by more than 9% because of that, and the investors, they expected greater earnings because of the pandemic. They thought that this horrible thing for our country was going to...
Cha-ching!
Yeah, it was
Cha-ching!
It's going to make
sounds
the
like they
next
did better.
Will Smith movie go viral.
Well, who knows what they make normally? We know that they made $720 million, but maybe they make, a billion.
They
every-
added 10.1 million subscribers, and what is it, $7 a month?
I do have to say this, like,
So
I
let's-
I don't want this to be ruined for everybody, but how can they make it so that it's like, yeah, you pay, I don't even know what Netflix costs, like $10 a month? So
Yeah.
it's like, but yeah, you have like 6 passwords. So it's like, if they were smart, how about they charge $5 a month, one password, one account.
But they got
Done.
10 million new subscribers times $10.
You know what it
That's
is?
pretty damn good.
It's like a gateway drug. It's like the first one's for free. They let you do this, and then people you experience it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're not going to try that. I don't want to pay for it. That's how I did Disney Plus. It was free with my Verizon.
Yeah, but I'd pay $5 a month for Netflix, no problem.
I don't know, man. I go on Netflix all the time, and I can't find shit that I want to watch.
I just like knowing it's there.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm like, I don't even use it as much as I should. Like, I really have, like, I watch Netflix once a week, and I'm just like, I know it's there. I know it's there. I can go live my life, and I know that if I have nothing to do on XYZ night, I could have just said Thursday night. I don't know why I said XYZ, but I could just, hey, it's there.
I would pay $50 a month, and anything I want, I get. I want it. I don't want a HBO Go Showtime. I want everything, and I'll pay $50 a month. And half the time, I won't use it.
In another 5 years, there'll be streaming plans that include all the things that you want.
It'll be like the old cable packages,
Yep,
probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the next one, Klaus?
A new study claims that eating too much red meat could speed up the aging process. Researchers analyzed genetic data sourced from more than 1 million people. They identified 10 areas of the genome that are associated with aging. Gene sets relating to iron metabolism were found to be significant. The findings could help developers create new drugs to treat aging, and we could be immortal, essentially.
I think it's bullshit because I eat tons of red meat, and I'm 61. I lick the balls.
I mean, you look great.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's been saying you can't eat too much red meat. It's not good for you. I've been hearing that my whole life.
The who? Cows?
Any kind of red meat.
Yeah.
How did cavemen exist? Like, come on.
Yeah, how'd they exist? They died at like 30.
It depends. If
I mean,
eating
they existed
steak,
for like 30 years. That was it.
if your other option is you just gonna eat macaroni and cheese every night, or you know what I mean, then yeah, steak is probably the better option for you.
What about like grass-fed, like meats? Is that
They always push grass-fed beef as like a
tastes
healthier.
gross.
Oh, you're out of your fucking mind. I was gonna say they push it as a healthier option. It tastes way better than the other beef.
Well,
Way
you're into
better.
those weird things that you do.
It's probably
these-
not viable though. You can't take up how much we use so much cattle. You couldn't have them roaming the plains.
Yeah, no,
of-
I'm just saying I'm willing to pay the extra
Yeah.
$2 because I got that kind of money to go get some grass-fed beef over the fucking ghetto beef.
I like ghetto beef.
Ghetto beef was actually the name
Better.
of my band in grad school.
It should have been.
You've had some weird names for bands, huh?
Unfuckable
what did you
Karen and
play?
Ghetto Beef.
What did you play?
I played the triangle
That like thing. How often did you hit it?
once a song. I
So
kept
I mean,
I kept you off balance though. A lot of times people play at the end, not me. Sometimes I come in at
You
the
seem
beginning.
like you could play the harmonica and like maybe sing.
You're giving me too much credit.
Backup singer.
I'm Ray Hooligan.
I'm a fantastic dancer. I'm not much of a singer.
Okay.
so like
Can
how,
you dance like Travolta?
Easily.
here's
I'm
a
like
question
fucking
for you.
Don Travolta over here.
You can shave 20 years off your life. You're aging. You're going to look greater for the next 20 years, but you can't have any more hamburgers or steak. Are you going to do it?
Nope. Live and let live.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna look 20 years younger, but you can't have hamburgers or steak.
If what they're saying is correct and that your genome would do 1,000 times better, sans the meat, would you go for it? Is it that important to you to look handsome when you're 70?
There's so many things we shouldn't do. We do it just because we do it.
I mean, you're leaving it kind of vague. Like I'm still allowed to go out and eat like pork and chicken.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take it. I'm that vain. I'm red meat vain. I'm willing to give up red meat if it's gonna give me 20 years of sustained.
That should be on your
awesomeness.
dating profile.
I'm living hard and
red
fast
meat vein.
for
Red
the
meat
rest of
vein.
my life. Red meat and testosterone.
I love it, man.
Let's go to the next one.
All right. Elon Musk says his brain chip Neuralink company could retrain the area of the brain associated with depression and addiction. So we're talking about putting a microchip inside a human brain and making you feel good. I love it already. Elon Musk founded Neuralink in 2016. He kept a tight lid on developments, and now they're asking him, could this actually cure people? And he's saying, yeah, it can both fix depression and addiction.
I mean, you got to kind of go with what this guy says. He's kind of sharp. He knows his stuff.
He seems like he has a chip in his brain, though, doesn't he?
Seems like he has a chip
on
on
his
his
shoulder.
shoulder. Oh!
He's a bit of a robot, which kind of scares me. Like, is that what we're headed towards?
Elon Musk less.
I mean, hey, if he says it, I believe it.
Would you get a surgery and put that
I'm
in
not
your
going to
thing?
do it. I'm going to eat red meat. I'm not going to do
I'm
that.
gonna let you try it first and see
Okay.
how you feel. And
So
then-
what if he has this thing and he's like, basically, this is like an MDMA trigger. Whenever you need it, you blink 4 times and you feel great. No drawback.
I think there's a lot of people we know in this room who should probably do that. And people who aren't here, that are usually here, they should definitely get this chip in their head
Yeah,
because they need it.
it's like one of these questions where like
McKlasky, you might need that.
sometimes you don't make the decision to get it because you're like, oh, it might not work. If you knew it worked, would you do it?
See,
I'm
here's
not going to let you ever do it because I like you.
But I think that
I
you'd,
run
I
on
think
a-
you'd
I run on
become
anger.
conditioned to the happiness, and then the happiness wouldn't be enough, and then you're just like,
It's all chemical.
I need more chips. I need more chips.
I put a rocket ship into space. I made a flamethrower. I can fix your brain. I'm Elon Musk.
You got a potato shooter too?
I'm sure he's got a huge pud.
Yeah. What's the next one?
You thought COVID in America was bad. Colombian cartels execute people who break the lockdown. Soldiers are patrolling the streets over there, so it's not really casual. People wearing masks over here are upset. These people are getting AK-47s bashed across their face for trying to go to Trader Jose's.
I can't believe the cartels are enforcing this. Like,
These people just want
got
to
nothing else to
smack
do.
people around no matter what. They're just
that's
looking for
you know
an
what?
excuse.
That's exactly what it is. It's a power thing.
Yeah, they just.
They have a 5 p.m. curfew in certain areas. Imagine that.
Who's the dictator these days?
Juan Rodrigo Ramirez Dolchano, I believe.
That guy?
think
Second.
so.
Right.
Yep.
The third, right? Because wasn't.
Yeah, because his
the two
father was
relatives, yeah,
assassinated
right.
in the zoo fire.
And then he came forward,
Yep.
and they both were having sex with the same mascot.
This is the same zoo animal.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And then he had his arms ripped off by the gorilla, and then
If I had a nickel for every time I've heard that.
Are you into Colombian females?
Yes. I enjoy them.
Really?
Not enough to fuck them though, right?
Yes, I enjoy them.
Sofia Vergara, she's Colombian, right?
You would have been a great star in the show Taxi.
I get a lot of Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know. It just hit me.
we got to get you a Cardinals
But you would have been
uniform.
great in that show. That was one of the greatest shows. By
That was
the
a
way.
fantastic show. I put it number 3 in the Don Zollo pantheon of television shows.
What are the two
Angela,
ahead of it?
Samantha,
I really like
Brady Bunch.
Mona.
Seinfeld,
Kid.
Cheers, Taxi.
You put Cheers up there?
Oh, I love Cheers.
Why? Because it's Boston.
I loved it when I was a kid. And it's like anything else. You
the
love it when
worst.
you're a kid and you become older and you're just like, yeah, it's fucking awesome.
I can't watch sitcom anymore.
You're a boring
I
guy.
can't sit for a sitcom. The laugh track, it's weird.
You put Cheers in your top 3.
I fucking love
What's your
Cheers.
favorite 3 sitcoms, Jesse?
Happy Days. No.
Frasier.
No.
Happy Days.
Happy Days. What's
He's
wrong
not
with that?
smart
Laverne
enough
and
to get-
Shirley.
He's not smart enough to get Frasier.
Wow.
Oh,
Frasier,
baby, I hear
Frasier
the
was a guy
blues
from
are
Cheers,
calling.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, thank you, Don. I forgot more than you know, kid.
What's the third one, Jesse?
Moonlight.
I'm actually gonna put Taxi number 1 and put those other 2 behind it.
Cheers.
What's
don't
the
like
other?
Cheers.
What's the other 2?
Taxi, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley.
Yo.
Number 3.
Nobody's Three's Company. That was basically softcore porn.
Nah.
Come on.
I love Three's Company.
It was
I'll
good.
still
My
watch.
third.
I'll
Of course,
still watch.
of course it is.
Three's Company, Brady Bunch. I watched so much of that growing up. It was fucking crazy.
I was more like the Family
Did
Matters.
I ever tell you I think that Marsha Brady wanted to bang me?
You met her?
Yeah, I met her when I played football with Tom Brady. She was one of the celebrities on the sideline, and she met me, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm like,
Is that
I'm
Ben
like,
Just
Stiller's
really
wife?
friendly.
she shook my hand and she hand sandwiched me.
But
And she held it for like 15 to 20 seconds, and I remember after like 5 seconds, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like I'm filling my hand up, and
How
she's
old were
holding.
you?
She's brain
This
dead
is like
from
10
that
years
football
ago.
in the head. I know, child.
And so
And Sam.
I remember thinking, like, as she was shaking my hand, she's just making eye contact, and she was super nice to me. And
Was
she's
she
like,
pretty?
Yeah, she is, but like, here's the thing. I never understood, which is weird. When I was little, like Marsha Brady didn't do it for me. And it's not like I wasn't a horny 7-year-old.
Alice,
I was
right?
running around like crazy 7-year-old horniness.
Are you
But
circumcised?
I am not. Here you go, home.
Jan.
That's part of the problem, you know. People not circumcised,
Crazy horny.
they're more horny than guys with heads.
All right. So here's my thing. I thought she wanted to bang me, and I was like, I remember thinking like, oh my god, like Marsha Brady kind of wants to, like, she was like,
Did you see her shake anyone else's hand?
Not for the amount of time she shook mine.
No,
and
but
she's-
did you see it? Because if she shook yours, and then if you watch her shake
And then she,
someone
well,
else's,
then she had like a 3-minute conversation with me, and I'm like, I'm still getting a vibe from her. And I was just like, I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, I got to do this just for the story.
how come you didn't
but I'm-
follow through?
Yeah,
I
you
was
gotta
just
push
like,
for
I
that.
was like, I don't know. Like,
Because
I
you were
feel
too like attracted to Tom Brady.
You're gonna bang Marsha.
the fourth quarter was starting, and the money players out on the field at the most important parts of the game. But I just remember being like driving home, being like, I think Marsha Brady wanted to bang me. Like I was like, I wish in hindsight, I wish I,
Should ask for a number.
yeah, I should have done something.
She probably thought you were real close to Tom Brady, and like that's why she wanted to get to
I
him.
think she just thought I was super handsome. She's got great.
Did you look
judgment.
better then than you do now?
I probably look better now.
Marsha,
Jesus.
Marsha.
All right, Klasky, what's the next one?
Did you guys see the
That's a
tiger
good story.
fish?
You did tell me that one before.
You see the tiger fish with a fuckable mouth?
No.
Apparently, this is a real fish that has human-like lips and teeth.
Come on, this is made up.
Girls are paying for this with the lip injections, and these fish are just natural.
Is this true?
Is that not?
You guys
is that-
photoshopped this?
Yeah.
No, we don't have that good of a photoshopping team.
That is true. It is a pretty low rent production.
That's a
Come on.
that's a real.
So that's a
fish
tiger
mouth.
fish? It looks like foreskin with fucking lips and teeth.
I think
on
it looks exactly like lips and teeth. Is exactly. It looks like photoshopped lips and teeth.
What's that look on top of it though? It looks like a shaft.
I think fishermen use
would
this.
know.
Do you think fishermen use this at sea?
I have one, don't
See,
you?
I didn't notice that it looked like a dick until you pointed that out. But I think it's because that's your thing. You're just constantly scanning for dicks. So like you see them even where they're not. You know what I mean? Like right now you're drinking from a big red one.
Speak for yourself, Don.
Thanks for sticking up for me, Tonzo. But look, that doesn't look like
Yeah, now that you say it,
an
but I didn't see
Ethiopian
that.
penis.
I didn't see that at all.
Would you fuck it if it had braces?
Is this real? They have real porcelain teeth.
It's real. Sailors used to use them at sea. You use it once, you throw it away, you break its teeth out so it's soft. It's disgusting, but
What's
it's part
a
of our
fleshlight,
history.
by the way? Because I've been hearing about
It's
it.
one of those.
It's one of these without teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask Evan Luongo.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people tell me, "Hey, I bought a fleshlight. You want a fleshlight?" And I'm like,
Don't ever take one.
Especially from a
Don't take a
stranger.
used one.
I lease them from Rent-A-Center.
It's like
How do you clean 'em?
Blockbuster back in the day.
You don't.
You put it in a dishwasher, you flip it inside out, you put like a little soap on it, and you give it a little.
I didn't even know you could flip it
"What if you
inside
don't have
out.
a dishwasher, Tonzo? What do you do?"
Then you can just wash it like a regular dish.
Carlo, you got a wife. That's the dishwasher. Oh! All right, okay. Just jokes, people. Jokes,
She's gonna
okay?
hate you after this show.
It's gonna show up at your house.
Anything else, Gus? What do
You
we
know
got?
why she won't?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't get offended easily.
No,
That's
she-
right.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
One more. One quick story out of California. A woman went into a Verizon store without a mask. She was told she'd have to leave, and in protest, she pulled past her panties and pissed all over the floor.
Yes.
She was mentally stable, I'm sure.
Yes.
She's in a Verizon store without a mask, and she thought that, the pandemic isn't an issue, don't worry about it, but that urine isn't a problem either.
Do you know that she pissed like 2 gallons of piss, by the way? Like,
All bets are off.
no, it was
you
like
know?
2 gallons of piss, and it was had a blue tint to the color.
Like
was
she was
a blue tint.
dehydrated.
I don't know, but I don't know. She just had a freeze pop.
I
or
got to say
something.
this.
What?
Like,
What is the blue, Chelsea?
Freeze pop.
pissing in someone's business is wrong, but throw that out the window like as a little revenge tactic. It's kind of juicy.
It's scary when a girl does it. It's scarier to me when a girl does it.
Yeah, because I think that you take that guys are that fucked up.
Yes.
Like if a woman does that,
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that screwing with you.
Like if a guy puts up 300 pounds, you're like, whatever, some guys can do that. And when a girl does it, you're like, oh shit.
Well,
This
you
one's
can
tough.
follow the stream, but pussy piss is unpredictable.
You gotta watch out for the pussy piss. It's slippery too. So like people at the Verizon store, they could just be trying to update their plan, get a couple extra minutes, and just slip on a puddle of pussy piss and just break their neck.
Do you think pussy
That
piss?
sounds like the next commercial for James Sokoloff and Associates. Have you slipped on a
Does
puddle
pussy
of pussy
piss smell worse than dick piss?
It's a little
Also, it all
more.
depends on your diet.
It smells like more like a grass-fed kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends if they're shaved or unshaved too. I think the stench.
I'm guessing today too with the heat and the pH, it's probably pretty gamey.
I love organic pussy piss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it
you know
possible
what?
to get canceled from the internet?
One time I was at Panda Express and this lady pussy pissed all over the floor, and there was this big puddle of pussy piss at Panda Express. I think her name was Pam, but it was really gross.
Please.
Some girl pussy pissed at Putnam Pantry one time. And they used it as a fucking topping.
She poured puddles of pussy piss at Putnam Pantry?
Yes. And they used it as a topping.
Possibly piss.
Okay.
It's preposterous to think that a woman would piss pussy piss all over the floor at Putnam Pantry after she had already pissed pussy piss at Panda Express.
It wasn't on the floor. She didn't do it on the floor. She did it on top of the toppings.
On top of the topping.
Top of the toppings at Putnam Pantry. All right, let's take a quick break, guys, because it's getting out of control. We'll be right back, and we're going to see if Don Zollo is smarter than a 5th grader.
Yeah!
I am Mr. Monday. If I want to get shot out of a cannon on a Monday, I have to be fresh and ready to go. Hey, let's face it, us men, we're all a bunch of hairy animals, but we could use a little trim. How come every time I try, I cut my sack and I bleed? If you're going to put clippers and blades near your family jewels, it's time to use right tools. The new Lawnmower 2.0 from Manscaped has skin-safe technologies, so this trimmer won't nick and snag your nuts. Having an accident below the belt is a thing of the past. Get 20% off and free shipping with code GARDEN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code GARDEN. There's a lot of nuts out there. Now it's time to handle them with care.
If you haven't seen me in a while, don't just come up and start talking to me.
Say hi first. Be a man.
That fucking drives me crazy.
Fucking assholes.
Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? We're going to ask a series of questions here to Don and his opponent. The fifth grader will not be able to hear what Don's answers are, okay?
Okay.
Whoever has the most correct answers wins Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Hi there, Carlo. How are you doing?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
You ready to see how much dumber you are than a fifth grader?
Let's fucking do it. I'm confident I'm gonna put this kid in his place.
Let's go, Clus.
Well, all right. Let's meet tonight's fifth grader. Well, actually, he's a sixth grader, the boy we have on tonight.
Whoa. I was told it was going to be a fifth grader.
Nope.
Juice in the stats.
We're going
Because
to
of
go.
the pandemic, he's actually still a fifth grader. Okay.
He's too smart to be in the fifth grade.
I want you to know I am playing this game under protest. It seems to be very hip right now. This game's being protested.
All right, we're going to go to the contestant. Please say your name and your age for the folks watching at home.
I'm Leonardo Della Russo, and I am 11 years old.
Someone sent us a video of this young man performing the Piano Man. We're going to check out that video. This is the young boy playing Piano Man.
Yeah, dude. It's got the piano and the harmonica.
The kid looks like Collageno from the Bronx Tale.
He's a handsome boy.
Handsome bastard. Hey, what's the first question, Klusk?
All right, question number 1. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first two men in the entire world to do what?
Anal.
Jesus.
Wow. Come on.
I know this. They were the first two men to step foot on the moon.
So you locked in on that question, Don?
I am locked in, but before I lock in, I would just like to voice some extra credit, just in case my
Okay.
You're
gonna need it.
Just in case my opponent also comes in with the same standard answer. I would like to note that I've always thought this guy got the biggest shaft in the entire world. There was a third guy.
Shaquille O'Neal?
There was a third guy who actually made the trip to the moon, Michael Collins, and he had to drive the spaceship around the moon while they were getting off walking around on the moon.
So he never got out, but he stayed in?
He never got out, but he was there. Someone had to, like, imagine getting, locked out while you're at the moon. That
I
would be
wouldn't
a real
want to
pain in
get
the
out and walk around a little bit.
They screwed him. He didn't get to do it. And I always think, like, how frustrating must that have been? Like, you're like 8 feet. You're like 8 feet away from walking on the fucking moon.
That was his role.
Yeah, it's a shitty role. Like,
that was his role. So you locked in on that question.
I'm locked in on that.
All right, let's go see what Leo has to say.
To step on the moon.
Walk on the moon is correct. Leo's a smarter pants.
Leo's actually better looking than you.
I didn't see Leo throwing in any extra credit on that like I did. So,
Well, he will. What's the next one, Klaus?
All right. What are the first 10 amendments
The Bill
to
of
the
Rights.
Constitution called?
I got this one in my back pocket.
10 Commandments or 10 Amendments?
The answer to this would be the Bill of Rights. And I would like to thank Miss Moran, my 5th grade teacher, for enlightening me to that fact. Shout out to Mrs. Moran.
So you know that was 5th grade when you got that.
I do remember that.
So you're locked in on that question.
I'm locked in on Bill of Rights.
Got the Bill of Rights. Let's see what Leo has to say.
The Bill of Rights.
Gotcha.
Bill of Rights is absolutely correct. I don't know if we're still supporting him, but that's the right answer.
I got to tell you, this kid's a worthy opponent.
Yeah, obviously. What do we got next, Klaus?
The first fireworks were invented in the 7th
Oh,
century.
China.
In what country?
I don't know for sure, but this answer just screams China to me. China. It screams China to me. Like, Chinese people generally love fireworks, is my experience. They'll tell you that. I mean, if their country let them speak.
That's North Korea.
The Chinese government has a lot of control
strict.
over their people. Yeah. Like,
Have you been there?
I have not been to China.
Do you have any desire to go there?
I'm not going to say never in my life, but right now it's not on my list of things to do. No.
You seem like the type of guy who would date an Asian girl.
I would
or
have
an Asian person.
I would think you were right the first time. I think it would be an Asian girl. And for any Asian women out there, I'm very fond of you guys, and I'm open to offers.
So you're locked in.
I'm locked in on China. I don't know this, but I got a feeling it's China.
He's locked in on China.
China.
Let's see if Leo can kick his butt on this one.
Oh, China.
He gotcha.
If you like fireworks, you might be a Chinaman. That's correct.
That kid's got $1 million smile.
He's a handsome boy.
All right, what's the next one, Classic?
Name the American president
Jonathan.
on the half-dollar coin who was assassinated in 1963.
This is a layup for me.
It's a layup for us because there's no way Leo's getting this one. No way.
I think Leo's a worthy opponent. He's probably going to know the answer to this. But it's JFK, Boston's own, and we are currently tied in presidential assassinations for number one with Illinois, which is actually a state. So maybe I should have said Massachusetts. I don't know exactly what city Lincoln was from.
I like that stat, Don.
But yeah,
There's only been 2 presidents assassinated.
2 assassinated, but
How many
there's been
attempts?
like,
Several shots.
but there's been like,
Reagan got
yeah.
Reagan got shot.
There's
4 been
4
assassinated?
Yeah, Garfield. That's a motherfucking idiot.
Be a man.
McKinley, maybe McKinley.
Don't get assassinated.
Don't
Be a
don't
man.
bring a maybe to this argument. Be a
Nobody
man.
should get assassinated as president. Okay, I'm sorry. So you're locked in on JFK.
I would like for nobody to. Well, I'd like to say nobody get assassinated, but then you can always go to the Hitler question, like what if we just assassinated him?
Oh, yeah, he should
So
be-
yeah,
he should
all
be
right.
more than
I
assassinated.
will withdraw that nobody should get assassinated occasionally, but yes.
JFK. All right, Leo, I hope you get this one. What do you got?
John F. Kennedy.
Bullseye right through the brain. John F. Kennedy. That is correct.
That kid put on his thinking cap, okay? All right, what do we got? Is this the last one or is there one more? after this?
There was a couple.
right,
Let's
good.
see. We'll keep playing.
Let's keep going.
The ancient Egyptian writing system was called what?
No way Zollo gets this one.
So I get 2 words coming to mind instantly. One of them is hieroglyphics, but I feel that hieroglyphics might even predate Egypt. Like, is that what they called it when you wrote on a cave? Like when it was like,
Oh, you wrote those like...
yeah, when it was like a caveman, like
Yeah.
the scribbles, that could have been hieroglyphics. But did we start calling them hieroglyphics in hindsight once Egypt gave us that word? I don't know. But then for some reason, the other word that's come into my head, and I don't even know if this is right, but when I read the question, the word cuneiform came into my head. Now, do I even know if that's right? No.
You got a 50-50 chance right
I got
now.
a 50-50 chance, but here's the thing. My opponent, he's going to go mainstream. He's going to go hieroglyphics. And I'll tell you this much. A tie, it's like kissing your sister. It'll get the job done. No, it's tie's a loss. Tie's a loss.
Don't kiss your sister, Leo.
Tie is a loss, so I got to make some distance here because I know he's going to go mainstream with hieroglyphics. So with the coin flip, I'm going to go cuneiform and hope it's cuneiform, and he goes hieroglyphics.
Cuneiform. Is that like chloroform? All right, so that's your final answer. You're locked in on...
Cuneiform.
That'll get you about 25 points in Scrabble.
Yeah, yeah, because Q is worth like 9.
It's spelled
Big fan of the Scrabble.
It's spelled C-U-E.
Let's see what Leo... Come on, Leo. I got my fingers crossed for you, buddy. What do you got?
Hieroglyphics.
Oh, fuck you.
You must be high. It's hieroglyphics.
He belted that one right out. No hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah, I told you, go mainstream.
I mean, the kid's pretty sharp.
We should look up what cuneiform means.
I think it's like quinoa, but in a more rigid shape.
This kid...
It's quinoa before it gets processed.
Yeah, and then it becomes formed.
This kid, Leo, can play the piano, the harmonica, and sing all at the same time.
Must be nice.
And he knows what hieroglyphics are.
Yeah, he does. And he can actually write in hieroglyphics. I've seen it. He wrote me a letter.
That's a winner.
It was an email. All right, what's
Carl,
the next
that
one?
was
Those
wingdings.
are
That was a
called
font, but-
emojis.
What's the next one, Klaus?
Who wrote the national anthem of our United States of America?
Whoa.
Oh,
Who was
Jesus
the author?
Christ.
How would anyone know that one?
How would anyone?
Really?
I'll probably fuck it up, but I think that
You might as well just make it funny, because
who is Vanilla? I
don't know who would get this one.
I think it's Francis Scott Key.
You know what?
I always get
After hearing that, I think you might be right, but I thought it was Frank Sinatra.
but I always get Francis Scott Key mixed up with the
Pledge of Allegiance?
no, the first person to stitch the flag,
No, that was
which was right around here.
That's a woman.
Betsy
Betsy
Ross.
Ross.
But wasn't the first flag? Am I making this up? The first flag ended up in Massachusetts.
I mean, it probably did. We'll just say it did.
All right.
We
Yeah,
started-
I always get those two
Yeah, and it was an
confused.
Italian guy that did it.
Of course. Well, Italian guy sold it, stole it.
Right.
You know, the threads. All right. Let's see what. Let's see what Leo has to say. I bet he gets it.
Francis Scott Key.
This kid's going to Harvard. Francis Scott Key is the correct answer.
I think his mother was Googling when we asked him these questions.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's possible.
Yeah, that's totally possible.
I doubt it. No way. They would never cheat.
No.
Kidding me? No, they're Italians. They don't cheat. All right. What do we get? What's the next one, Klaus?
All right, this is the last question. Dawn, if you get it right, you could still tie.
Kiss my sister.
We don't know what Leo's going to say. What year did Hong Kong revert from British rule?
What decade?
In which decade?
Decade.
Nah,
No, I want a year.
It said decade, and I'm going with decade.
no, it's year.
I can
said
still
decade.
I can still say the decade, and you can
No,
turn it into whatever year you
no,
want.
it's year. It's year. The question is year. It's a misprint.
Fine. 1990.
That's you locked in on 1990.
Yeah, sure.
He's locked in on 1990. Let's see what Leo has to say.
1997.
Did he get?
Where is his eyes going?
Correct answer is 97.
He got the. All right, 90. I mean, he got the exact year. This kid.
97.
He's being fed. Yeah, did he? He just said 97. He could have been talking about 1897.
He didn't even know the 1800s existed. All right. So that's it, huh?
Good job, Leo.
Hey, Leo, hell of a job.
I
Dawn-
covered the spread. I was getting 2.5.
97 might as well be like 1776 to that kid,
No
right?
shit.
It's so long ago.
I mean, these
Yeah.
fifth graders, they're just more programmed.
It was
than we are.
hammer
They're learning
time.
that stuff. We forget the stuff we learned, and we never learned. So, but Leo's a talented, great kid from a great family. Good job. What do
Yeah.
you think, Clutch? You think it was pretty good?
I think we're gonna have to send him a care package of all, like the
Oh, the Monday swag.
minus the 21 plus.
I might even
shit.
give that kid a piano. Okay.
That's a big offer.
My auntie had his piano. I mean, the kid's passionate. He plays. I mean, just sitting there
Ebony
collecting
and
dust.
ivory, all
right.
together. Da, da.
That's a ruby.
So that's a wrap. So,
Lincoln.
so Leo won. Leo beat Dawn.
Yeah, by a point. And if we kept going, it might have been more.
He beat you by 2.
By 2.
2
beat him by
points.
2.
I told you that.
Oh, that's right. You didn't know 97.
We'll say a point though, because I think Leo might have got a little help.
I also did take, in my defense,
No.
I did take cuneiform just to go contrarian.
Because he didn't really want to beat the kid bad.
Not
I-
knowing cuneiform could still technically be correct. I don't know that isn't like the actual dialect of what's on the pyramid, right?
I just think that cuneiform is the answer. That's my take. Like, there's something.
We can look it up after the show. Zollo, let's talk about what you got coming up. You got any acts, any shows? What the hell's going on?
I'm going to Mohegan Sun on Wednesday night, and I
Let's
think I
fucking
got
party.
something else after that. I only have 2 dates in the books. There's no
nothing
shows.
going on.
There's nothing. You know, it's so light right now that I was looking forward to coming up here.
Right. Well, you
What
should.
the fuck is that mean?
I'm
He was-
fucking with you.
He was looking forward to him coming up here, and we weren't looking forward to having him. But what are you going to do? I mean, it's a happy medium.
Couple things for the people watching right
What do you
now.
got, Klusk?
The Boston movie review. If you're stuck at home, there's nothing to do. Watch
Check
a
that
movie
out.
and talk to your friends about it. There's 1,000 of us in the group now. It's growing. And,
Wow.
This other thing that's growing.
There's
aside-
1,000 in the group. There was just 200 like a couple weeks ago.
We added your name and everybody jumped on. It's fun. There's no politics. There's no bullshit. It's good. It's a good time.
That's awesome.
The other thing is, this network continues to grow. We're at what, 26,000 Instagram followers almost.
Yes.
Let's push that. Let's get up to that 50,000, and then we will be in your every waking moment.
We're getting close to 150 followers with all our social media services.
I can't even.
150?
150,000.
You fucking idiot. You sound like my dad.
When I said
we got
150
almost 150 followers, Rita.
I mean, obviously, we know what that meant. He just said 1,000.
No, but you said 150. Then say 150,000.
I didn't have to.
Yeah.
We're at that number. Don't you understand?
I
You're
can't
not
walk
smarter
into
than
a
a
store
second
with a
grader.
mask on without being recognized.
I'm much smarter than a first grader. Hey, look, next week, Christine Hurley and Danielle Murr. Okay, we're going to have a great show next week. We'll see you guys next week. Monday on 3. 1, 2, 3.